afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please, we appeal that you should get seated. His Excellency, our dear Governor, will be joining us very shortly. Please, let's be seated. Let's be better organized. We appreciate distinguished Ebonians who are here and their friends. Again, we request that we should be seated, get better organized and coordinated for this swearing-in event. Thank you very much. We also want to appeal that we honor the protocol taggings on the seats. Let us not violate this tagging by the protocol team. Make sure you sit based on your group and the taggings by the protocol team. Any moment from now, His Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, the #1 governor in Nigeria, will join us for this epoch-making event, the swearing-in of brand new commissioners for this tenure. Please, let's be seated. And for those who have functions to perform, we're also appealing that you should get your house together. I want to appreciate all the commissioner nominees who will be inducted today. I also want to appreciate very distinguished elders who are in the house, who will find space to recognize you in your individual capacity, but will give umbrella recognition to all of you. We also appreciate the senior special advisors and the special advisors who are here. Top government functionaries, we appreciate permanent secretaries and permanent secretaries designate who are here. Please, we recognize the security chiefs who are here and other distinguished personalities. I want to very specially recognize the Secretary to Ebonyi State Government, who also be sworn in as Commissioner. And so we have here SESCOM, SSG Commissioner. Welcome you, Dr. Kenneth Obala. Thank you. Let me appreciate the presence of the Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council, His Royal Highness, Ezogo Charles Mbuma Burubala will salute you, sir, and all the traditional rulers. We have distinguished Senator Elder Anyim Chukwude and his beautiful wife. Welcome you. Welcome all the distinguished senators who are here. Enyanwe Ishi, welcome you. Please, this announcement is for all the cameramen. Private cameramen, please, you are free to take your cutaways at this moment. After now, you will leave. You have to go upstairs. All the private cameramen who came here with personalities who are being sworn in today, you are free to take your cutaways at this point in time. But after now, you will be requested to leave this arena and move upstairs. May I welcome the Chairman Elders Council, His Excellency Ambassador Frank Uchitogwe will welcome you, sir. Okay, I will, sir. I will, sir. And there was, sir. I also want to recognize Her Excellency Chief Mrs. Catherine Ogbu, wife of former Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, Chairman Civil Service Commission Ebonyi State. Welcome you. Welcome our dear mommy, Mrs. Lillian Wankwo, wife of former Chief Judge of Ebonyi State. Welcome you, ma. Please, once again, to give umbrella recognition to the security chief, the Commissioner of Police Ebonyi State, welcome you. Director of State Security, welcome you. Commandant, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Commissioner Ebonyi State, welcome you. Controller of Prisons, welcome you. Controller of Immigration, welcome you. Please welcome all our security chiefs. Once again, I appeal that people should be seated. Let's be seated. Meanwhile, at this point, we will be requesting the music operator to offer us some music as I recognize the Deputy Principal Secretary to the Governor, Brother Emmanuel Obase will salute you, sir. Thank you. Welcome all the honorable members who are here. Welcome our distinguished senators. Please, you are welcome. Traditional rulers, titled men, and of course the very distinguished personalities who will be sworn in today as commissioners. Welcome you and your spouses. Welcome you, please. Honorable Chief Godwin Obagezudo, former Minister of State for Power and Steel, we appreciate your presence, sir. You're welcome.
I knew that your love would be everything that I ever wanted.
Chief Clement Mweke Ugomba, Principal Secretary to the Governor, will salute you. Welcome.
Because of you, I felt my life would be complete. Oh, baby, I need you for the rest of my life, girl.
Judicial Vicar of Abakaliki Catholic Diocese, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Religious and Welfare Matters, the Parish Priest of Pope John Paul Parish Ugwachara. We'll salute you, Reverend Father Dr.
A very good afternoon. It is the inauguration of Commissioners Designates. The swearing-in ceremony of Commissioners Designates. Of course, today is indeed a very important day, a landmark ceremony in the political history of our dear state, precisely as it concerns the second tenure of our dear governor, the chairman, Southeast Governors Forum, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi. I must tell you that the International Conference Center, ICC, Abakaliki, located beside Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, is behalf of activities this afternoon as we wait for the arrival of His Excellency, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, to officially inaugurate the 26 commissioners designated as members of the Ebonyi State Executive Council. It's happening live, and we have top government functionaries, top brass of Ebonyi State government, all in attendance, family members, friends and well-wishers of the commissioners designates waiting anxiously to see their sons and daughters sworn in, and of course their friends, political associates sworn in as members of Ebonyi State Executive Council. We are bringing you the live broadcast of this all-important event on the stations of Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporations, EBBC Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. And on behalf of the Director General of EBBC, the workaholic DG of EBBC, Engineer Timothy Mwachi, who has been working round the clock, who has been keeping vigil to see that we bring to you a hitch-free and of course technically sound live broadcast of this all important ceremony this afternoon. And also the Director Engineering Services, EBBC, Engineer Chukwunonyelo Utobo, Comrade Chukuma Owe, in charge of Radio Services Directorate, Aja Okike Chukwemeka Ubo, and indeed all members of management and staff of EBBC. Well, I'm not forgetting members of the OB crew, from the engineering departments of the OB crew, Sunday Ndukwe Ndobese Ogodo, and of course our cameraman Ushe Eze, and indeed all members of the outside broadcast crew of EBBC. My name is Enenike Ogalago. I saying a very wonderful and indeed a good afternoon for having you join us on the live broadcast of this very epoch-making and of course a significant ceremony in Ebonyi State, precisely at the International Conference Center, ICC, at Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Well, let me also tell you that to be officially sworn in, so to say, and of course to be formally inaugurated as functionaries in Ebonyi State government include 26 commissioners designate drawn from the 13 local government areas of Ebonyi State. And we have members of the local government advisory committee. They are all here to be officially inaugurated by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the South of the Nation, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi. We also have the 13 coordinators of the development centers designates. They have been screened and of course they're confirmed by the members of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and they will be inaugurated this afternoon by His Excellency as coordinators of the development centers. Let me at this point tell you that the commissioners are drawn from the 13 local government areas of Ebonyi State. We have 2 commissioners designates from Ohozara local government area, talking about former commissioners for health and local government, Shintesi matters and rural development, talking about Dr. Daniel Akuma Umezurike. We also have Honorable Barrister Samuel Okoronkwo from Ohozara local government area of Ebonyi State. Engineer Ushe Ude Obonaya from Amasri, of course from Afikpo North LGA, and Chief Oluchuku Ukie Ezeale from Afikpo North Ehubo, to be precise. 2 of the commissioners designated are from Afikpo North local government area of Ebonyi State. We have Joseph Kumankama from Afikpo South. We have a former special assistant to Ebonyi State Governor on Capital City, talking about Honorable Stanley Okoro Emeha from also Afikpo South LGA. And from Onitsha local government area, we have former commissioner for environment, former chairman of Onitsha local government area, talking about Chief Donatus Njoku. We also have from Onitsha local government, a former commissioner for let me quickly take it this way. He is a former senior special assistant to His Excellency the State Governor on Investments, a professor, and also former immediate past commissioner for Budget and Planning, Ebonyi State, Professor Obunaya Chukwu from Onitsha local government area. And I must tell you, Engineer Abara from Ivo local government area, and of course, former commissioner for economic empowerment. Talking about a former member of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Barrister Oje Oshena Oje from Ivo local government area. And now to Ebonyi Central Senatorial District of the South of the Nation. We have Dr. Odo Stephen from Ishelu local government area, a commissioner designate. We also have Mrs. Shinwe Deborah Oka, and she is a member of Internal Revenue Board of Ebonyi State, now commissioner designate from the Gateway local government area of Ebonyi State. And now we move to Ezan North local government area. We have the two commissioners designates, talking about a former commissioner for special duties. I'm talking about a former majority leader of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, a former special assistant to the governor on power. I'm talking about Honorable Barrister Emmanuel Ikechukwu Nwobo. I am also telling you we have one of the commissioner designated also from Ezan North LGA, a former commissioner for environment, a former commissioner for agriculture and natural resources, a son of Ezan North local government area, Chief Moses Sogodale Nome. We now move to Ezan South LGA. We have the immediate past commissioner for works and transport Ebonyi State. I am talking about Engineer Fidelis Keynes Nweze. We also have the secretary to Ebonyi State government, now a former special assistant to the state governor on internal security and border peace, and the immediate past commissioner for internal security and border peace Ebonyi State. Talking about Dr. Kenneth Igwe Ubala, a doctor of philosophy, a lecturer, and key stakeholder in South politics of Ebonyi State. We also have the outgoing permanent secretary designate, Ministry of Information and Orientation, Ebonyi State, a son of South local government area. I am talking about a former commissioner for information and state orientation and the previous administration of the South of the Nation, Honorable Ken Uhu, is a commissioner designate, very set to be sworn in by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. We also have another commissioners designate from equal local government area of Ebonyi Central Senatorial District, also of Ebonyi State. Talking about wife of a former ambassador to Greece and the former Minister of State, Culture and Tourism, former Minister of Culture and Tourism, I beg your pardon, son of equal local government area and Chairman of Ebonyi State Elders Council. I am talking about Ambassador Franklin Nchita Ogwewu, the wife Mrs. Rebecca Ogwewu, Rebecca Wamaka Ogwewu, the immediate past commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Ebonyi State. We also have Engineer Mrs. Uchechi Oka Wende. She is one of the commissioners designated from equal local government area of Ebonyi State. Well, moving down to Ebonyi North Senatorial District, we have a former commissioner for health, a two-time commissioner for health Ebonyi State, immediate past commissioner for donor agencies, grants and donor agencies, a son of Zealand. I am talking about Dr. Sunday Ize Wangele. We also have already the commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Ebonyi State, the only commissioner functioning and waiting for his colleagues, talking about a commissioner designate. I am talking about Barrister Cletus Ofoke from Izi local government area of Ebonyi State. Well, we have also commissioners designate from Ebonyi local government area. We have a former member of the Green Chambers of the National Assembly, the immediate past commissioner for culture and tourism, Honorable Barrister Mrs. Elizabeth Ogbaga, and the immediate past chairman, governing board, Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, EBBC Abakaliki Chief Moses Oshebe. These are the two commissioners designated from Ebonyi local government area. Well, we now move to Abakaliki local government area. We have the immediate past commissioner for Power Ebonyi State, talking about Chief Ima Uguru from Abakaliki local government area. We also have Honorable Charles Emeka Akwenika, the immediate past commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Ebonyi State. And finally, from Ohuku local government area, the first local government to produce first executive governor of Ebonyi State, and that's the home local government area of the senator representing Ebonyi North Senatorial District of Ebonyi State, first executive governor of the south of the nation. I'm talking about Senator Dr. Samuel Ominyi Egu. We have two commissioners from that local government area, the land of God, and that's the former commissioner for land and survey and former immediate past commissioner for urban and housing development. Urban development, I beg your pardon, a former chairman of a Huku local government area, a two-time chairman of the Land of God local government area, Honorable Sunday Inyima. And I must tell you about one decade commissioner in the south of the nation, a son of Ngbo, a Huku local government area. I am talking about Honorable Comrade Jonah Eba. So far, we have more than 24 commissioners designated waiting for swearing in and official inauguration by the trailblazer governor. I must tell you, great achiever and a former chairman of the PDP in Ebonyi State, now a second tenure governor of the south of the nation, Engineer Dr. Apostle David Nweze Omahi. Any moment from now, he will step into Akanibiam International Conference Center, ICC, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, located beside Cabinet Office, Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. I must tell you, this is a landmark ceremony. Already, if you are watching us live on your TV set, I saw TV Abakaliki. The environment is the venue of this occasion. It's already a beehive of activities. I can see supporters of family and friends, supporters and indeed political associates of the commissioner designate waiting for the swearing in of one of their own as member of Ebonyi State Executive Council. I see here we have a cultural dance. We have a number of women youth organizations, traditional rulers from different parts of Ebonyi State. We have heads of security organizations. I can tell you right now, everywhere is bubbling and of course full of activities, a beehive of activities, so to say, and is adding side attractions, is adding glamour, and of course is adding a tempo to what is happening here this afternoon. And that's exactly what is happening, the updates, what is happening all the way at Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Once again, on behalf of the Director General of EBBC, Engineer Timothy Mwachi, and all other members of the OB crew, my name is Emenike Ogalago, saying a very wonderful good afternoon for having you join us on the live broadcast of this event as we wait for the arrival of His Excellency, the Governor of our dear state. And I'll take you back to the podium to get more of the feelers, to get more of the happenings from that end of the Akanibiam International Conference Center at Abakaliki, venue of the inauguration of the Commissioners Designate of the South of the Nation by His Excellency, the Governor of our dear state, Engineer Dr. David Wezo Umahi. Well, at this point, let me once again tell you that we are still waiting for the arrival of His Excellency, the Infrastructure Governor, the Chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, the Governor of the South of the Nation, Engineer Dr. David Wesley Umahi, and his entourage to Akanibiam International Conference Center at Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Well, once again, I can see arrival of more and more stakeholders of the Ebonyi State, members of the Ebonyi State Elders Council, and more of the traditional rulers are coming in. Former members of the State Executive Council, chairman of the local government areas, former coordinators of development centers, and brother judges from the State Judiciary, members of the legislative arm of the state government, talking about members of the state House of Assembly, and of course the coordinators designates are already seated. We have the commissioners designates with their spouses beaming with their smiles, and of course beaming with their joy written all over their faces.
Please, once again, any moment from now.
So now I take you back to the podium to hear, and of course get pillars from that angle of the Akanibiam International Conference Center at Abakaliki. Once again, good afternoon.
Please can we now rise to welcome His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State. Please go will rise. National anthem. Father Dr. Abraham one for the opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, we are continually remain grateful for everything. You created man and gave him the act of leadership. You have always guided him in the course of history.
In the cause of salvation, you gave the apostles to Christ to assist in the salvation ministry. You have also entrusted the leadership to our great nation. Today we have gathered again, courtesy of your servant, our dear leader, to form a formidable team, another set of the apostles that will drive his vision, goal, aims to its fulfillment. Grant that his vision, his goal, may be the preoccupation of this special team. The passion, the love, the selflessness, the desire for public service, and more importantly, the drive to put our state as the first of the state of nations. It pleases you that they be called, for without you, nothing is possible. May it please you to continue to guide every member that will form this team, that at the end, Ebonyi State will remain the first of the nations, and that your servant and their dear leader will ever remain thankful to you for inspiring and being with him. Grant that this ceremony today, an invitation to service, is an invitation and participation in your love. That all we shall do, all we shall say, will be to the glory of your name. And at the end, that we shall remain wonderful citizens of this beautiful state. This we ask through Christ our Lord. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And that's the senior special assistant to the governor on religions and
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Chief David Mwezowani, the State Acting Chief Judge, my Lord Honorable Justice Anselm Mwigwe, and the brother Judge that are here, the National Vice Chairman of our great party PDP, Chief Austin Omani, the PDP Chairman of Ebonyi State, Barrister Onyeka Chimabuhi, for the security chiefs that are here, the CP Ebonyi State Command to represent all. From the university community, the former Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, Elder Professor Chigozie Ogun, the principal staff of His Excellency, I defer to you, the Secretary to the State Government, the State Head of Service, the Principal Secretary, and your deputies. Your Excellency, for want of time, may I in umbrella form recognize the Council Chairman and the traditional rulers and other stakeholders of Ebonyi Project, the Commissioner Designate and their spouses. Your Excellency, today, the 7th day of August, 2019, we have in this August for the appointees and Commissioner Designate for the swearing. May I kindly, Your Excellency, invite the Honorable Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General for introductory speech. Your Excellency, the leader of modern democracy in Nigeria and Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Chief David Mwezowani, the Acting Chief Judge of Ebonyi State, my Lord Honorable Justice A.A. Mwigwe, the National Vice Chairman, leaders of the state, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for want of time, let me rely on the protocol list already established. Your Excellency, this is the swearing in of the commissioner nominees, members of the Local Government Advisory Committee, and 13 Development Center coordinators of Ebonyi State. Your Excellency, one thing is significant
and most paramount in these appointments you have made so far. You have recognized the diversity of our people. They need to promote sense of belonging, equity, fairness, and justice. Your Excellency, this is in line with the provision of Section 14, Subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria and amended. Your Excellency, these men and women have passed your integrity test, the test of Ebonyi State, the test of eligibility by Ebonyi State House of Assembly, because they've all passed through their screening and confirmation in line with Section 192, Subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with respect to the commissioners and other enabling laws regarding the appointees for the Local Government Advisory Committee and the Women's Center coordinators. Your Excellency, we are very, very optimistic that the members of the Divine Mandate team who are already in your administration, who are already part and parcel of the decision making in the state, will complement your effort in delivering good governance to the good people of Ebonyi State. While congratulating the appointees, may I with due respect and humility invite Your Excellency to perform this swearing. Thank you, Your Excellency.
We are gradually getting.
Thank you. The Honorable Commissioner for Justice. Your Excellency, the swearing-in ceremony is going to be in this order. First will be the Local Government Advisory Committee members. Please, the pressmen, can you move your cameras backwards? Local Government Advisory Committee members to please come forward. While you are coming, you come with your wife or your husband.
The swearing in of the members of the Local Government Advisory Committee, and that will be followed by that of the 13 development centers coordinators designate, before that of the commissioners designate. Well, this is the trust of this ceremony at the Caribbean International Conference Center at Abakaliki. Inauguration of functionaries of the state government, commissioners designates, local government advisory committee members, and of course 13 coordinators of development centers, one from each of the 13 local government areas of the states.
Please, if you are not accommodated within the line, you can just come behind those already at the front. Thank you.
Swearing in members of the local government advisory committees with their spouses. Positioning themselves for the inauguration. They are swearing in the long-awaited moment, the much talked about day has become a reality, a dream come true. For the officials, the success story begins tonight. A team of joy. Family members, friends, and political associates making last-minute preparations, fine-tuning plans for the celebrations that accompany the inauguration of these officials.
Hi. Honorable Barrister Eku, we are calling from Ebe. Hi. Being appointed to the office of member, Local Government Advisory Committee of Ebonyi State. Do solemnly swear that I will discharge my duties and perform my functions honestly to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the law establishing the local government system, that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions,
that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions,
that I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule,
that I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule
to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that I will at all times place service to the state above self,
that I will at all times place service to the state above self.
So help me God.
So help me God.
For members of the local government advisory committees, their official inauguration. A day they have been indeed waiting for, and they finally come. And after the advisory committee members, the 13 coordinators of development centers will take their turn for their official inauguration. And the last lap of it, the final phase of the ceremony will feature a better service.
Once you hear and then you go forward to sign the register.
The inauguration of commissioners designates by His Excellency the Governor of the South of the nation.
Mr. Godwin Loba.
The advisory committee members are drawn from the 13 local government areas in the states for equity, fairness and justice. The platform on which the divine mandate administration in Ebonyi State operates.
Nicholas Moody.
Today, Ebonyi State will be recording over 18 members of the State Executive Council, very unprecedented in the political history of our dear state. 83 members of the State Executive Council, to be precise. A landmark.
That's not a once or a once.
The foundation for the development of the south of the nation, courtesy of the visionary leader, father and governor of the south of the nation, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi. And in case you just join us, it is the swearing-in ceremony of commissioners designates, coordinators designates of 13 development centers in and members of local government advisory committee in Ebonyi State. At the Academium International Conference Center, besides Cabinet Office, Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Well, I have my colleague, Sandra Okore Chukwu. She is here to bring you the live commentary of this very significant ceremony in Igbo. Sandra.
Okay, well, Emenike Ogalago. One member wee nabata gị na mmemme idu n'iyi ọrụ nke ndị otu Local Government Advisory Committee nke kansụl ime obodo 13 enwere n'Ebonyi Steeti. Mmemme idu n'iyi ọrụ a na-aga n'ihu ugbu a na ụlọ ezumezu ukwu International Conference Center dị na Abakaliki ebe a ka ọ dị ndị a bụ ndị ahọpụtara ịbụ ndị otu Local Government Advisory Committee edola ha n'iyi ọrụ. Cheta na a ga-anọkwa n'ụbọchị taa wee duo mmadụ 13 bụ ndị coordinator na kansụl ime obodo 13 na steeti a n'iyi ọrụ. N'otu aka ahụ kwa nke ahụ gacha, a ga-edukwa ndị kọmishọna n'iyi ọrụ n'ụbọchị taa bụ ndị ga-anọ dịka ndị otu kansụl okwu na-achị Ebonyi Steeti. Mmemme a na-aga n'ihu ugbu a dịka anyị na-aga ka anyị ga na-ewetara gị ka mmemme a si aga.
Honorable Fabian Oka.
Thank you. The members of the newly sworn-in members of the Local Government Advisory Committee taking their turn. To sign their documents and of course get a warm and executive handshake to His Excellency, the Governor of our beloved south of the nation, Ebonyi. I must tell you that today is a day of celebration, merry making, celebration galore.
It's a birthday of walking.
A day of joy. A day to smile home by the newly sworn in officials of the Ebonyi State government, ranging from the newly sworn in members of the local government advisory committees, and yet to be sworn in coordinators of development centers, the 13 DCEs, drawn from the 13 council areas in Ebonyi State, to members of the State Executive Council's designate, talking about the commissioners designate, drawn from the 13 local government areas of the state. Chief Vincent Modi, former chairman of all that are local government area, the immediate past chairman of the committee in the state. Well, shortly after this, we will give you a rundown of the names of the coordinators, the 13 coordinators of the 13 development centers appointed by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. Like we did before, we will still give you a rundown of the commissioners designates, and that will be shortly after taking oaths of office, after their formal inauguration by the leader, the governor, the father, and our own mentor, the governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi. Once again, you are listening to us live on Salt FM, and also watching us live on your TV set on Salt Television, stables of EBBC Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. About 16 commissioners were returned by His Excellency, or better still, were reappointed by His Excellency the Honorable Bernard, the Governor of Ebonyi State. We have a former Commissioner for Works and Transport, Engineer Fidelis Mweze Kings, a former Commissioner for Internal Security, now the Chief Scribe of Ebonyi State, Secretary to the State Government, Chief Kenneth Ubala, PhD. We have a former Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, Chief Moses Ugodali Nome, a former Commissioner for Special Duties, talking about
Honorable Mrs. Mabel,
talking about a former majority leader of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Honorable Barrister Emmanuel I. Mubu from Ezan North. We also have a wife of a former ambassador to Greece, a former chairman of the Ikwo local government area, the former minister of culture and tourism, a son of Ikwo land, talking about Ambassador Franklin Nchita Ogwewu, the wife, Honorable Mrs. Rebecca Mwamaka Ogwewu from Ikwo LGA.
Mr. Zacchaeus Ogwewu.
We also have Engineer Mrs. Osheshe Oka Wende, also from Ikwo LGA as commissioner designate. We also have Chief Ima Oguru, former commissioner for power. Honorable Charles Semeka Akwenika, former commissioner for youth development and sports. We have a former commissioner for health, immediate past commissioner for grants and donor agencies, Dr. Sunday.
Finally, in this category, Mr. Maxim Okori.
Dr. Sunday Z. Mwangele. We also have a former member of the Green Chambers of the National Assembly, a former commissioner for culture and tourism, Honorable Mrs. Elizabeth Obaga. We also have the former chairman of the Onitsha LGA, former commissioner for environment, Chief Donatus Udi Njoku, a former SSA to the governor on investment and immediate past commissioner for budget and planning, Professor Ogbonnaya Chukwu. We have the former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy matters, Barrister Samuel Okodonkwo, and former commissioner for health, Dr. Daniel Akuma Umezurike, former commissioner for economic empowerment, a former member of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Barrister Oje Oshena Oje. These are the commissioners designates reappointed by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. Of course, the newly appointed ones, Olusegun Uche Ezali from Afikpo North, Engineer Ude Ogbonnaya from Amasiri, Afikpo North, Honorable Stanley Okoro Eneha from Afikpo South, Engineer Ogbonnaya Abara from Igbo, and Dr. Odo Stephen from Ishelu. Honorable Mr.
Excellency, we're going to take a group photograph. Please, the members of the local government advisory committee, can you please come forward, facing the crowd? You come this way, you face the crowd so that the cameraman will use it. If the first line cannot contain you, please you move backward.
And more of the newly appointed commissioners include wife of a former member of the Green Chambers of the National Assembly, House of Representatives to be precise, and wife of a former commissioner for public utilities of Ebonyi State, Engineer Ben Oka from Ishelu, and that's Honorable Mrs. Deborah Chinwe Oka.
Please, can you return? It's going to be 33. Please, can we take 33 person?
We also have one of the new appointees, a former chairman, governing board of Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, son of the Ebonyi local government area, Chief Moses Oshibe. We also have Chief Joseph Kumankama from Afikpo South LGA of Ebonyi State as one of the newly appointed commissioners by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. A group photograph is ongoing. His Excellency posing with the newly inaugurated members of the Local Government Advisory Committee. At this point, I hand over the microphone to my colleague Sandra Chukwu to paint a clear picture of what is happening here in Igbo. Thank you.
Ndewo Emenike Ọganagụ. Dịka Emenike kwuru ekwuo, ndị aka dụchapụrụ n'iyi ọrụ ugbu a bụ ndị otu Local Government Advisory Committee. Ndị a bụ ndị ga na-ahụ ma na-enyocha ka ọrụ si aga na kansụl ime obodo ndị e nwere na steeti a. Anyị mere ka ịmata ọzọ na ngwa ngwa educhapụrụ ndị a n'iyi ọrụ, ndị ọzọ ga-esochi ha ga-abụ ndị kọdinetọ 13 ahọpụtara na kansụl ime obodo 13 e nwere na steeti a. Nke ahụ gachaa, a ga-ebu ndị kọmishọna n'iyi ọrụ bụ ndị ga-eso wee bụrụ ndị otu kansụl ukwu na-achị Ebonyi steeti. O wee bụrụ ya ka ọ ga-esi wee dị na ọ ga-abụ mmadụ 83 bụ ndị ga-emejupụta otu kansụl ukwu na-achị Ebonyi steeti n'ọgbụja. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ugbu a ka ị malitere ige anyị, cheta na ị na-enweta anyị na Salt TV ya na Salt FM Abakaliki.
Thank you, Sandra. Well, in a couple of minutes from now, the coordinators, 13 coordinators designate of the 13 development centers will take their turn for their formal inauguration and investigation into the affairs of a development center as the headsmen of the development centers in their various areas.
Please, once you take your own picture, you return to your seat.
The members of the new members of the local government advisory committees are taking turn to take a photograph with His Excellency and other top government functionaries of the Ebonyi State. I can see the Secretary to the State Government, Chief Kenneth Ugbala, PhD. I can see the State Chairman of the PDP, Honorable Barrister Onyekachi Nwebonyi, the Zonal Vice Chairman, PDP, a Southeast Geopolitical Zone, and leader of the PDP in the Southeast, Nigeria, Chief Austin Umahi. I can see from the other end of the conference hall of the Akanibiam International Conference Center at Abakaliki, other top government functionaries.
Please, the coordinators, please return to your seats. You will come out when you are invited. Please, the coordinators, return to your seats.
Still happening at the Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. His Excellency, the Governor.
Please, may I kindly invite the Coordinating Commissioner SSG and the Commissioner Designate for his swearing in.
Next is the Secretary to the State Government and Commissioner Designate, the Coordinating Commissioner, the Thought of the Nation, Kenneth Ugbala, PhD,
I, Obala Kenneth Igwe, solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. I, Obala Kenneth Igwe, do solemnly swear that as a commissioner in the government of Ebonyi State, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law, that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and direct principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will not allow my personal interests to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule to the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people according to law, without fear of favor, affection or ill will, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or review to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as a commissioner, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties, that I will at all times place service to the state above person against. So help me God.
And the swearing in of the other commissioner designates will follow suit in a couple of seconds from now. And I guarantee you, we assure you that we will get you posted. I'll bring you every detail, keep you abreast of all the happenings here as they continue to unfold. At the Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, the official inauguration of commissioner designates, members of the local government advisory committee, coordinators of development centers from 13 DCs in Ebonyi State. We will once again, for clarity and information, give you a rundown of the names of the officials being inaugurated by His Excellency the Governor.
Your Excellencies, I think when the composer of the song Everything a Double Double sang that song, Dr. Ken Obara was in mind. Coordinators of the Women's Center, 13 of you, and your spouses. Please, the coordinators and your spouses.
Next, coordinators designates of the 13 development centers in the south of the nation, ready for their swearing in by the governor of the south of the nation. Long-awaited moment, a dream come true, most talked about moment, as they finally home. And here we are, friends and well-wishers, jubilating, celebrating, singing, dancing, in acceptance of this grace and honor done on these sons and daughters of the court of the nation by the divine mandate government of Engineer Dr. David Umahi. Coordinators designate filing out alongside their spouses to witness this landmark moment in their political career. That's a spectacular scenario to behold.
Your Excellency.
Daniel, do solemnly swear that as the coordinator of the Child Development Center, I will discharge my duties and perform my functions
faithfully in accordance with the law establishing the local government system.
Faithfully in accordance with the law establishing the local government system.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct.
Or my official decisions.
That
I will abide by the code of conduct. Contained in the 5th schedule. To the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will at all times. Place service to the state above self. So help me God.
Please, if you hear your name, you can sign the register. Mr. Ede Ekene Celestine. Mr. Ede Ekene Celestine.
And that's the end of the inauguration of the 13 coordinators of 13 development centers in Ebonyi State. And now is the moment to sign the official register. That's placed before His Excellency, the Governor of our dear state, Engineer Dr. David Umahi. Like I did a pledge earlier on, we will give you a rundown of the names of the coordinators, but at this point, I hand over the microphone to my colleague Sandra to bring to you and of course give you updates in Igbo. Thank you.
Mrs. Amonche Otumsa Godwin.
I thank you very much, Sandra.
Mr. Engin Pius Ukoro.
Well, there's a point. Let me give you the rundown of the names of the coordinators sworn in by His Excellency the Governor of our dear state a couple of minutes ago. We have well, before then, let me tell you that we have a total of 64 development centers. 64 development centers in Ebonyi State. And so far, His Excellency has appointed 13.
Mr. Elias Igwedamian.
He has appointed 13 coordinators to man and, of course, pilot the affairs of the 13 out of the 64 development centers, with 51 development centers are standing. Well, we have Honorable Ushenna Wankuma. He is the new coordinator of Abia Development Center. We have Engineer Ken Eze.
Mr. Ikechukwu Exanot.
Ken Engineer Ken Eze is the new coordinator of the Southeast Development Center. We also have Honorable Emmanuel Kuma. Iko is Development Center. He is the new coordinator, the man to pilot the affairs of the coordinators beginning from this moment. We also have Honorable Shima Udemanta. He is the new coordinator of Onisha Development Centers in Onisha local government area of Ebonyi State. We also have Honorable Ikene Ede Abakaliki Development Center new coordinator. Ikechukwu
Engineer Ken Eze, Southeast Development Center.
We have Honorable Ikechukwu Nwafo, the new coordinator of Ezan North East Development Center from Ezan North local government area of Ebonyi State. We have Honorable Ogbonnaya Ene Odi, Ohozara Development Center. We also have Honorable Okori Daniel. He is the new coordinator of Ivo Development Center in Ivo local government area.
Mr. Emmanuel Ekuma, Ivo East Development Center.
We have Honorable Amoshe Godwin Otunta, the new coordinator of Abiko North Development Center. We have Honorable Elias Igwe of Ozipo Development Center in Ebonyi local government area. We have Honorable Obiora Okose Nwankwo. He is the new coordinator of Ohuku Development Center. We have Honorable James Abba, the coordinator.
Mr. James Abba, Isheli Development Center.
James Abba is the new coordinator of Ishelo Development Center in the Gateway local government area of Ebonyi State.
Mr. Uchi Wampuma, Abia Development Center.
Ọnụọgụ ogbe mmepe enwere n'Ebonyi steeti dị 60 na n'ọnụọgụ, mana n'ụbọchị taa ka a nọ wee gbuo mmadụ 13 n'ime ha. Ndị a bụ ndị coordinator
Okorie Onyekachi Daniel,
Nwampuma
Development Center.
nke ogbe mmepe Abia, Engineer Ken Eze nke ogbe mmepe Eza South East, Emmanuel Ekuma Ikwo East, Chima Udomanta Onitsha Development Center, Ekene Ede ogbe mmepe Abakaliki, Ikechukwu Nwafọ ogbe mmepe Eza North East, Ogbonnaya NAOD, Ogbe Mmepe.
Ogbonnaya NAOD, Ohosoro Development Center.
Honorable O.O. Daniels, Ogbe Mmepe Ivo, nke dị na kansụl ime obodo Ivo. Honorable Amuche Godwin Otunta, Ogbe Mmepe Afikpo North DC. Honorable Elias Igwe, Ogbe Mmepe Oshigbo DC. Obiora Okoshi Nwankwo, Ogbe Mmepe Ọhụụ. Ndị a
Obiora Okoshi Nwankwo
anọ n'ụbọchị taa wee duo n'iyi ọrụ ịbụ ndị kọdinetọ na ogbe mmepe 13 n'ime ogbe mmepe dị 64 enwere n'Ebonyi steeti. Emenike.
Thank you, Sandra. Like I did say, it's a very important day in the political area.
Shema Ude Umanta, Oicha Development Center.
A very important day in the political journey of this newly sworn in officials of Ebonyi State government, ranging from those of them that will pilot the affairs of the 13 development centers across the 13 local government areas in Ebonyi State, to members of the advisory committee, and to that of those of members of Ebonyi State Executive Council. If you are watching us live on your TV set, the new coordinators are signing the official register and having executive.
Please, you remain where you are. I'll call it in threes. When it definitely comes down for the photograph, you just remain where you are. Once you hear your name, it's going to be in 3, 4. Please, first, Mr. Ede Ekene Celestine, Mrs. Amochi Otunta Godwin, Mr. Angin Pius Okoro, and Mr. Elias. 4. Please, if you just say your name, the 4 of them will take for now.
And that's a group photograph. The coordinators, new coordinators, the newest political appointees in the land of Ebonyi State. Give them congratulations. We say a very big 1 million congratulations to them all, and of course to their family members, friends, well-wishers, and political associates who are gathered here in the Caribbean International Conference Center to grace this.
Please, once you take your photograph, you return to your seat. Thank you.
Very important ceremony. Moments of celebration, moments of joy, merrymaking. Long the dream has finally come true for the new appointees. A long-awaited moment, a moment to build a very robust political career, to continue their political journey in the land of Ebonyi State. And this has been made possible by His Excellency, the driver of the Divine Mandate Administration in the south of the nation, Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi. The big shots, the big wigs, and the committee of appointees being inaugurated tonight by His Excellency, talking about the commissioners designates, are waiting anxiously, sitting comfortably in their respective positions for their official inauguration as members of the Executive Council of Ebonyi State Government. history has been made by His Excellency, who has broken the chains of appointment droughts in the land of the Ebonyi State. In the history of the sort of the nation,
For the commissioners, if you hear your name, please you come up for the first part of the swearing. Chief Barrister Oji Uchennoji to please come forward. Honorable Barristers. Please, all the nominees from our Abakaliki local government to please come forward. All the nominees from Africa North to also come forward. Please, nominees from Abakaliki local government to please come forward. Nominees from Africa South to please come forward. Nominees from Africa North to also come forward. Nominees from Ebonyi local government, please to come forward.
inauguration of the commissioners designates begins now. That will be the last slap of this very significant ceremony at the Academium International Conference Center.
Ezanot local government nominees to please come forward. Ezanot.
Excellency has made history in the land of the Ebonyi State.
Please, nominees from Ezanot can come this side.
Appointing as please two commissioners from each of the local government areas in the state. The commissioners designates standing in order, in alphabetical order of their respective local government areas for the official inauguration by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. Members of the State Executive Council at the Academium International Conference Center, Abakaliki, south of the nation. The beginning of a new stanza in the second tenure of His Excellency the Governor of the south of the nation. New dawn for the new appointees, new page in their political journey, beginning from here, beginning at this moment. A new terrain, a new pace, and a new target will be set by the new appointees, beginning from this moment of their official inauguration by His Excellency the Governor.
I, Honorable Barrister Lindsay Doge Chokwaga,
do
solemnly swear
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
that I will be faithful and bear the true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
and that I will preserve,
protect,
and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
and defend the Federal Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God. I, Honorable Barrister Elise Doge Chokwaga,
Do
solemnly swear
that as Commissioner of the Government of Ebonyi State,
that as Commissioner of the Government of Ebonyi State,
I will discharge my duty to the best of my ability,
I discharge my duty to the best of my ability.
Faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
Faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
And that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives.
That I will strive to preserve the fundamental objective and directive principles of the state policy contained
in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions.
That I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule.
That I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That in all circumstances.
I
will do right to all manner of people.
I will do right to all manners of people.
According to law.
Without fear or favor.
Affection or evil. That I will not directly or indirectly.
That I will not directly or indirectly
communicate or reveal to any person. Any matter which shall be brought under my consideration. Or shall become known to me as the commissioner. Except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties. That I will at all times place service to the state above personal gains.
That I will at all times place some service to the state above personal interest.
So help me God.
Please, next, Barrister Mrs. Elizabeth Ogbole to move forward.
And the oath taking when in as the inauguration of the newly appointed commissioners. Coming to the peak of the ceremony, that's the inauguration of the commissioners. Honorable Charles Semeka Akuenika, Honorable Elizabeth Obaga, taking their turn to sign the official register and have the executive handshake with the executive governor of the south of the nation, having been successfully inaugurated.
Honorable Emmanuel Ogolo.
Well, we wait for the completion of the signing of official register by the new commissioners. Let's give you a rundown of the names of the commissioners. We have Chief Barrister Samuel Okurunkwo from Ohozara. We also have Honorable Barrister Oji Ushenna Oji from Igbo. Honorable Barrister Emmanuel I. Nubu from Esanot. Honorable Barrister Mrs. Elizabeth Opaga, Ebonyi Local Government, Dr. Sunday Z. Wangele, the local government, Moses Sokodali Nome, Ezano local government. We also have Engineer Okunaya Obati Abara from Ibo, Daniel Akuma Umezurike from Ohozara, Mrs. Deborah Shimwe Oka from Ishelu, Professor Okunaya Chugu from Onisha, Honorable Stanley Okoro Emilia from Apipo South Edda local government, Chief Kukie Ezale from Apipo North, Engineer Fidelis King Mweze, Eza South, Mrs. Rebecca Wamaka Obuewo from Iko, Honorable Emmanuel Okoro, Abakaliki, Honorable Charles Sakwinika, under Abakaliki local government. We also have the Honorable Kenneth Ubala Ikwe PMV from Eza South. We have Honorable Ken Ugo from Eza South. We have also Dr. Odo Stadium from the Gateway Local Government. Okay. We again have Chief Moses Oshibe from Ebonyi. We have Honorable Sunday Inyima Ohuku, Comrade Jonah Eba Ohuku, and Chief Donatus Njoko from Onitsha. We have also Ude Obonye from Amase in Apipo North. We also have Joseph Kumankama from Apipo South. We again have Engineer Usheshi Oka Wende from Iko local government area.
Engineer Oboni Aucheode.
They are the new commissioners of Ebonyi State Executive Council, and I will say congratulations. Once again, hand over the baton to my colleague Sandra to bring you more of the happenings in Igbo as we wait for the completion of the signing of the official register by the new commissioners.
Abara gụnyere
Moses Oshibe.
Moses Oshibe, Chief Moses Oshibe, so Nande ano n'ụbọchị taa wee na-edu n'ihe
Right Honorable Ikechukwu Obo.
Chief Oshibe bụbu onye isi oche otu bọọdụ nke ụlọ ọrụ anyị bụ Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation. Nwanne mmadụ, ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ugbu a ka ị malitere ige anyị, cheta na ị na-enweta anyị na Salt TV ya na Salt FM Abakaliki.
Thank you, Sandra, from that end. Thank you from that end of the
Chief Moses Ogodale Nome.
Former Commissioner for Agriculture. And any moment from now, we will begin to roll out their new portfolios as the ministries assigned to the new commissioners inaugurated a few minutes ago by His Excellency the Governor of the South of the nation. And outside the conference hall of the International Conference Center at Bakaliki are thousands of supporters, colleagues, associates, friends.
I inform the Honorable Commissioners that the group photograph will be according to the way we call the names. We'll start with Honorable Stanley Okore Mayor. Once His Excellency is ready.
Like I did say, outside the conference hall of the International Conference Center at Bakaliki are thousands of supporters chanting songs of solidarity, singing songs of praise to God Almighty for this grace, and of course for the appointments, the honor done their loved ones. Outside the conference hall are hundreds of family members, associates, and friends, well-wishers of the new appointees, waiting for onward movement to their reception venues, where the full-blown celebration will rent the air. It's a very wonderful evening. You are hearing us live or watching us live on your TV sets outside the shores of the South of the nation. This is the inauguration ceremony of new commissioners, new local government advisory committee members, and coordinators of the development centers, 13 in their number, in Abakaliki, the capital of the South of the nation.
Thank you very much. Honorable Elizabeth Obaga. Please, once you take your picture, you return to your seat.
You are listening to us live on your radio set, and you will hear on the background the songs from all corners of the International Conference Center at Bakaliki. Jubilation renting the air. Well, let me tell you that
thank you very much.
The entire Academy of International Conference Center is currently enveloped with celebration, a lot of side attractions.
Please, you can return to your seat once you take your photograph.
From supporters and lovers of a good governance, democracy in the land of the Ebonyi States. They are all here, their numbers in their thousands, to grace this occasion.
Thank you, Chief Emmanuel Ogoro.
To be part of this all-important ceremony in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. And I must not forget to remind you and also tell you in case you just join us on the broadcast that the live coverage of this ceremony is coming to you on the stables of EBBC, Salt 98.1 FM.
Thank you.
And Salt TV, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State.
Come on.
Members of the OBQ working around the clock, moving from one position to another to make sure we bring you a very clear sound and hitch-free live broadcast
Thank you. Oluchukwu Uke Ezali.
Of the ceremony with its variety of star attractions all the way from Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. A new page in the political journey of the new
Engineer Oche Bonia Ude.
A new page in the political journey, the political history of the new appointees has been opened this evening by His Excellency, the Governor of the South of the nation, for this appointment of
Thank you.
sons and daughters of the sons and daughters of Ebonyi State. A new dawn in the political life of the appointees, more records being set by the appointees.
Thank you. Right Honorable Ikechukwu.
Well, I will not forget once again to say a very big congratulations to these illustrious sons and daughters of the South of the nation for this appointment by His Excellency the Governor.
Thank you very much.
The rare privilege, a rare gesture, grace, an exceptional privilege given to.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the next, the last group.
Given to the sons and daughters of
Commissioners.
the state.
As our South Local Government Council. Commissioners from Equal Local Government Council. Commissioners from Ishelu Local Government Council. Ifo Local Government Council. Izzi Local Government Council. Ohosara Local Government Council. Ohuku and Onitsha Local Government Council.
That's the group photograph. And shortly after the photograph, His Excellency the Governor will address the appointees and indeed the good people of Ebonyi State who have gathered here to witness this very significant ceremony in the state. Today, Wednesday, the 7th day, the second month of the second half of the year 2019. Talking about Wednesday, the 7th day in the month of August 2019, will remain indelible, will not be forgotten in a hurry. It will remain green in the minds of these sons and daughters of Ebonyi State who have taken advantage of this rare privilege of His Excellency the Governor of our dear state, Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi. More jubilations coming from every nook and cranny of the Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. In celebration of this moment of the
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Nigeria.
That I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of
And
Nigeria.
defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God. I, Chief Samuel Okoronkwo,
do solemnly swear
that as Commissioner of the Government of Ebonyi State, I will discharge my duty to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the law, that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct. Or my official decisions. That I will abide by the code of conduct. Contained in the fifth schedule. To the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That in all circumstances. I will do right to all manner of people. According to law. Without fear or favor. Affection or ill will. That I will not directly or indirectly. Communicate or reveal to any person. Any matter which shall be brought under my consideration. Or shall become known to me. As commissioner, except as may be required, for the due discharge of my duty, that I will at all times place service to the state above personal gains. So help me God.
Thank you very much. Please. Thank you very much. Please, for the signing, we are starting with Comrade Jonah Egba. Madam, thank you. Comrade Jonah Egba. Your Excellency, may I inform you that Comrade Jonah Egba is a man of history. When he was the executive chairman of Ohuku local government, your chief press secretary, Emmanuel, also was in primary one. Honorable Sunday 01 Gale to come forward.
It's still happening right now.
Engineer Uche Oka.
Over 25 commissioners appointed and inaugurated by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State. Mammoth crowd are singing songs of solidarity, drumming support.
Engineer Felix to come forward.
Drumming support for their own illustrious sons and daughters who have actually benefited from the magnanimity of the state governor, Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi.
Chief Mrs. Rebecca Well to come forward.
The crowd, very unprecedented in recent time. In
Barrister O.J. Uchennaji to come forward.
In Ebonyi State. Let me, at this point, tell you that apart from the political class, we have heads of we have the heads of security organizations operating in Ebonyi State in attendance. Traditional rulers are not left out.
Dr. Daniel Mezlinkin.
About 16 commissioners in the first tenure of His Excellency the Governor made the list of
Honorable Kenneth Uho.
made the list of these new set of commissioners in the states. A reward for a job well done is more work. And that's what His Excellency the Governor has duly demonstrated in the reappointments of the 16 former commissioners. And this set of commissioners to run the government. Celebration still loading. supporters jubilating, singing, dancing around the venue of this inauguration, Akanibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki.
Honorable Sunday Elechima.
Demonstration of a sense of good governance by the Umahi-led administration in Ebonyi State. Congratulations to the appointees for successful inauguration. And for the 16 reappointed commissioners for a successful comeback to
Dr. Stephen Odo,
the Executive Council of Ebonyi State. Congratulations to the newcomers. Who are stepping into the Executive Council of Ebonyi State under the leadership of Engineer David Mweze Umahi. For a dream come true. A long-awaited moment.
Chief Mrs. Chinwe Oka,
consolidating the Executive Council team. Consolidating good governance in the south of the nation by the Umahi-led government.
Professor Boni Achuku,
a combination of technocrats, politicians. That's the new Executive Council of Ebonyi State, being inaugurated by the governor of the state. A gender-sensitive leader of the Ebonyi State,
Engineer Abaga, Obonia Abaga,
a government sensitive to gender equality, the Umahi's administration in the Ebonyi State. Women duly represented in the new set of commissioners, the ranking members of the Ebonyi State Executive Council. Among the new sets of commissioners, The women include wife of a former Minister of Culture and Tourism, a former ambassador, and chairman Ebonyi State Elders Council, Ambassador Frank Nchita Oberu, Honorable Mrs. Rebecca Amaka Oberu from Iko LGA, Engineer Mrs. Ucheche Oka Wendy.
Please, when we get to the level of photograph, it is going to be in the same order. First will be Comrade Jonah Eva. After that, Dr. Sunday Z. Wangele.
And among the newly appointed female commissioners include a former member of the Green Chambers of the National Assembly, wife of a former Minister of State for Power and Steel, Honorable Barrister Mrs. Elizabeth Ogbaga, wife of a former Commissioner for Public Utilities and a former member of the Green Chambers of the National Assembly, the House of Representatives, Engineer Ben Oka. That's Honorable Mrs. Deborah Chinwe Oka. Once again, we say congratulations to the new appointees. And also congratulations.
Please remain where you are. Like I said, we are commencing in the same order we used for the signing. After Comrade John Ebanau, Dr. Sunday C. Wangele will come forward.
As we congratulate the new appointees, we also say mega congratulations, hyper congratulations, big congratulations to the visionary governor of Ebonyi State for his sterling leadership qualities.
Thank you very much.
A purposeful leadership in Ebonyi State. A photograph, group photograph.
Engineer Uchi Oka. Please, once you conclude with your photograph, you return to your seat. Engineer Felix waiting. Thank you, Chief Mrs. Rebecca. Welcome to come forward.
It's happening live in Ebonyi State at the Ultramodern Academium International Conference Center at Abakaliki, the state capital. A ceremony marking the inauguration of a newly appointed commissioners, local government advisory committee members, and coordinators of the development centers.
Barrister O.J. Ochenoji
in Ebonyi State. Once again, EBBC, Salt FM and Salt TV, bringing you the live broadcast of Better State, the live coverage of this ceremony. atmosphere fully charged. Celebration still renting.
Thank you, Dr. Vanya Omezarike.
Celebration still renting the air. Solidarity songs from thousands of supporters of the new appointees enveloping the popular Caribbean International Conference Center at Abakaliki on this occasion of inauguration.
Thank you very much, Honorable K.
Progress, advancement in the democratic journey of the south of the nation.
Thank you, Chief Donatus Obi Njoku.
Development, good governance, hope for the people of the south of the nation.
Sunday election.
His Excellency laying a very solid, a very robust foundation for the overall growth and development of the south of the nation. Empowerment of the youth, women.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen Odu.
And the indigent in the states. Today, Ebonyi State Executive Council is made up of 83 members, ranging from special assistant, senior special assistant to the governor.
Thank you,
commissioner.
Okay.
And that's quite unprecedented in the political history in the annals of the south of the nation. Commendation, appreciation, songs of gratitude renting the air all the way from Caribbean International Conference Center at Abakaliki by lovers of good governance, supporters of development, and people-oriented leadership of Engineer David Weze Umahi. The venue is bubbling to the core as the venue is becoming a beehive of activities ranging from cultural dance
and finally
to other sides.
Engineer Bonia Ababa.
A spectacular scenario to behold by every lover of good governance. Engendering development, stimulating peaceful coexistence in Ebonyi State. Gradually we are coming to another stage of this ceremony. The last lap of it will be the address by His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Weze Umahi, a man of vision.
Please may I at this point crave your diligence to invite His Excellency the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Chief David Weze Umahi, to take his remarks.
And this is the moment we have been waiting for. His Excellency addressing the people of Ebonyi State, precisely the new appointees. We now take you back to the conference hall for His Excellency's remark. Thank you.
Excellency, the National Vice Chairman of PDP Southeast, my Lord, the Acting Chief Judge of Ebonyi State, the Party Chairman, Your Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, and Her Excellency, the wife of the former Deputy Governor, the wife of the immediate past Chief Judge of Ebonyi State. I think I may have to be on protocol in place so that I can move. Our Father in the Lord, Father Abraham Wali. Very distinguished senators, especially Senator Anyemude and our mommy, the wife. My dear brothers and sisters, first is to congratulate all the people that God Himself appointed today into the various offices. You may begin to wonder why the Secretary to Government was sworn in, and I've used a woman from Udogu's place. Each time Udogu passed, he was giving the man 100 naira. One day he gave him 50 naira. He collected, but he called him and said, "Madman, are you going up or going down?" So Dr. Ubala is still the Secretary to Government, but all Secretary of Government, if at the federal level, is a coordinating commissioner, but you can also make one of the commissioners a coordinating commissioner. So I prefer to make my Secretary to Government a coordinating commissioner. Now, the way it does is that at ESCO, the HAG still remains the number one commissioner. But protocol-wise, outside ESCO, the Secretary to Government comes ahead of all the commissioners. That's protocol-wise. Now, the coordinating commissioner coordinates all other offices of the commissioners other than that of the HAG. So it's done to make my work easier so that we have the authority, one, to be a member of ESCO, and two, he should be able to follow up all the decisions of ESCO through the commissioners. I hope I'm understood. The way ESCO will be henceforth is that the first week of every month, if we hold ESCO, it will only be the commissioners only and all the principal officers of the house, and of course plus Father Abraham Wali. That is the first ESCO of the month. If it doesn't hold, then it's off. Then second week will be, of course, all the people. We can say ditto, then plus only the SSAs. Then the third of the month, we will say ditto, which means the first and the second plus all the SSA. Of course, in the first one, all the PAs, that is the PA to the governor, my own PA must be in all the meetings, and the SA to the governor and the SA on special duties should be in all the meetings. Then the fourth one will be all the people I've mentioned, plus the local government chairman, and then plus all the PAM secretaries and PAM secretaries designate. In that meeting, we have to review all that we did in the previous ESCO meeting. So everybody in government will now be in the know of what we are doing and be able to carry out as one body. Is it understood? So SSG, we have to take notes and should be able to do that. I expect a very robust engagement in our offices to help our people. This is by no means a patronage, no. It is a sign of being in a hurry. We are in a hurry. We are in a hurry. The country and globally the economic situation is getting tougher. And only those who will deploy their talents, everyone that comes, every fruit comes with a seed from God. So every one of us has got something deposited in us. So this is a charge to activate that seed that is in us. We are using 13 coordinators to test waters. Coordinators supposed to be in charge of all the primary schools and secondary schools within their own development center to ensure that the children are going to school, to ensure that teachers are coming to school, ensure that in the primary health centers that the places are kept clean. If you go to some of our offices, you will see grasses grown everywhere. It's not acceptable at all. There is something that is being read when you are being sworn in, that public office is for service, it's not for this thing. So when you come in and you begin to say governor is not looking after ESCO members, it's better you don't take the office because there will be nothing to look after. Brand new car, and then salary every month, alert, and then the ID card, honorable commissioner. So it's more than enough. There are people that apply to take all your offices. Some say they don't want to be paid salary. Some say they don't want vehicle at all. If you want to make money in your office, you have to generate the money. My hand will become very soft. But over man can't salary. I come to ESCO with calculator. So you can gossip me anyhow you like. I have to manage the affairs of the state. It's like you are steering a ship. It must not capsize in your hands. So that's what, when you make a memo and you're asking for money, you don't know how many memos are also facing me. So somebody that is in charge has to prioritize it. So I'm begging you to see beyond, memos. I've always used the SA Labor and SME as a very good example of what God is said to do for us. SA Labor, you always believe that there's nothing there. But the little girl came and made herself relevant. Very important. Very important. The SME woman is in Abuja. In fact, she made me to speak with somebody from RAMP, which is under Environment Ministry. And immediately they said they're coming on 19th to sign up for, RAMP, which is going to be about 2 billion naira. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. There is so much loose money everywhere. But if you think that the sun rises in Ebonyi and sets in Ebonyi, good luck to you. So I want to ask the coordinators, if you think you are going to work the way you worked last time, forget about it. Forget that, because if I enter a development center or primary health center or primary schools and they are dirty, then that's the end of our relationship. Why will people in offices not be able to keep their offices clean? You go to our houses, they're all very clean. We must begin to learn to, do what we do in our private homes, same to our public homes. By the way, you spend over 45% of your time in the office. So why can't you make it habitable? So I plead with the coordinators, begin to meet, begin to talk to yourselves. The chairmen are supposed to be supervising you. Supervising the supervisors, supervising the coordinators. Coordinators ought to be supervising the management committee. And chairmen and coordinators take care of our party people at the local level. Take care of them. Take care of them. If you have no money as chairman or you have no money as coordinator, call meetings, kill fowl for them. Kill goat for them. Call them often. Cook abakaliki rice. There we go. That is what our people are looking for. Then explain the happenings in government. You know, the first thing I was careful because I was looking for votes. This time I'm not looking for votes. So if you do, I will sack you. That is it. All eyes must be on the ball. How to lift up our people from poverty. This is very important. We have to recall all the retired permanent secretaries. They have to come and do auditing of our pensioners. The head of service should do that. And you record them from time to time. They take salaries even more than those who are active in service. So record them for them to audit the pensioners. Because every month's salary of workers are in increase, pension is also in decrease. Something must be very wrong. And that's why we began the auditing yesterday. Anybody who was not audited yesterday will not receive salary. And I want to beg people who've always been paying on 15th that this month both allowances and the salary will be paid from 22nd. Everybody, including my own. So from 22nd, after all, salary is supposed to be paid at the end of the month. So if we say 22nd, it means that 22nd we start paying. This is very important. In fact, I asked them to lock the funds. So we have to. So as you enter your offices, you also re-audit this thing. Because we want to employ teachers, but we can't. We can't afford to increase our wage bill. So we want to weed out the ghost workers so that we can save money and then employ teachers. This is very important. This is very important. Please, commissioners and of course government officials are expected to attend all functions. Do not take permission from me on phone. If you can't see me, see the deputy governor or see secretary to government. Of course, they will not grant you permission anyhow. This is very important. So, my charge remain my charge. We have to inform you that we created new ministry, which is Ministry of Infrastructural Development for Concessions. There are a number of projects we are aiming to ease traffic and then concession them, like the dualization of Abakaliki to Afibo, dualization of Abakaliki to Enugu. They will be in the ministry of this new Ministry of Concession. We have flyover bridge at Nkalago, at Ezambo Junction. We to put tunnel at Waterworks, but we are almost changing our mind to put flyover there. There is so much conflict there, so it may be flyover. Then we have another flyover at Banco. Don't ask me how it will be done. The Lord will provide. We have a tunnel at the airport point in Ezar South, close to Onweke there. We have flyover bridge at Amasri Junction. We have a flyover in my own village. And then another flyover by the new College of Medicine to protect lives. So these are all within the new ministry. The rest will be under the Ministry of Works and Transport. So I want to wish you well. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Okay, portfolio. Okay. Mrs. Rebecca Ugwewu, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development. Honorable Moses Ogodali, Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Honorable Honorable Emmanuel Wobo, Commissioner for Special Projects. Barrister Uche Lodge, Commissioner for Human Capital Development. Honorable Emmanuel Ogoro, Commissioner for Environment. Stanley Okoro Emara, Commissioner for Border Peace and Security Matters. Honorable Charles Apunike, Commissioner for Youth and Sports. Barrister Mrs. Elizabeth Obara, Commissioner for Culture and Tourism. Honorable Donatus Njoku, Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. Honorable Comrade John Eba, Commissioner for Solid Mineral. Honorable Kane Uhu, Commissioner for Information. Of course, the first commissioner that was sworn in was Cletus Ofote. That's the Honorable Commissioner for Justice and the Honorable Attorney General. Dr. Stephen Odo, Commissioner for Education. Barrister Joseph Kumankama, Commissioner for Investment and Abuja Liaison Office. Finished? Engineer Wone Uche Ude, Commissioner for Power. Honorable Sunday Nima, Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development. Engineer Mrs. Uche Oka, Commissioner for Water Resources. Engineer Fidelis Gates Weze, Commissioner for Infrastructure Development for Concessions. Mrs. Chinwoka, Commissioner for Budget and Planning. Dr. Daniel Mezurike, Commissioner for Health. Dr. Zigi Akohi Wangele, Commissioner for Donor and Grants. Professor Bunleya Chuku, Commissioner for Finance and Economic Development. Mr. Oluchiku Ukie Ezali, Commissioner for Project Monitoring. Engineer Bunleya Obasabara, Commissioner for Works and Transport. Barrister Samuel Kurunko, Commissioner for Local Government and Security. Congratulations.
Please, can you return to your seats? Can you please return to your seats? Please, you may be seated.
Honorable Moses Oshibe, Commissioner for Lands and Survey. Please, you may be seated. I call the following persons in the order of the swearing in to take the acceptance speech. Protocol has been established. You have 1 minute to take the acceptance speech once you are here. For the members of Local Government Advisory Committee, 1 minute, no protocol. Honorable Ward Hyacinth. Honorable Ward Hyacinth. 1 minute, no protocol. Honorable James Abba, for the coordinators, please come forward. 1 minute, no protocols. Standing on already established protocol. His Excellency, on behalf of Local Government Advisory Committee, your children, we've accepted with gratitude and thanks for reappointing us to serve you. We will serve you better in Jesus' name. Honorable James Abba for the coordinators. His Excellencies, on behalf of the 13 coordinators of the Women Centers, we want to assure you, Your Excellency, that we will not disappoint you. As the people you are using as a test case for other coordinators, we are going to prove to you that all you have said today will be applied in our various business, and we shall carry our programs and policies to the grassroots. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. To speak on behalf of the commissioners, Barrister Samuel Okoronkwo.
Your Excellency, with your kind permission, may I now know your single protocol. On behalf of all the commissioners, may we express our profound gratitude for finding us worthy to serve Ebonyi State. Our assurance to you that we shall place our personal interest far below the service of the state. We shall not disappoint you. We shall do all within our reach, within our mortal limitations, to make sure we bring our policies to practical manifestation. Once more, sir, we are extremely grateful, and whoever undertaking, we shall not disappoint you in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you very much. Please, Your Excellencies, may we rise for the national anthem.
Excellencies, and that's how we have come to the end of this very important ceremony. That's the inauguration of new commissioners, new members of the Ebonyi State Executive Council, members of the Local Government Advisory Committee, and of course the 13 coordinators of the 13 development centers in Ebonyi State at the Caribbean International Conference Center at Abakaliki. It has been a very wonderful event. It's a done deal, and the ceremony has been rounded off Congratulations to His Excellency. Congratulations to the new appointees. Congratulations to the good people of Ebonyi State and lovers of good governance. This is how we have come to the end of the live broadcast of the ceremony. And on behalf of the Director General of EBBC, Engineer Timothy Mwachi, who made sure we brought you a very sound live broadcast of this ceremony, the Director Engineering Services EBBC, Engineer Chukwunonyelu Mutobo, Chukwuma Onwe, Chukwuemeka Ubo, and all other members of management of EBBC, not forgetting members of the OB crew, EBBC Ogodo, Sunday Ndukwe. My name is Emenike Ogalago. I say a very wonderful evening and many thanks for having you joined us on the live broadcast of the event. At this point, I hand over the microphone to our colleagues at our home-based studio number 96 in Kaliki Road at Bakaliki for the rest of our programs on today's broadcast. Good evening and God bless you.